Have you ever wondered why life suddenly feels different? Like something greater is unfolding behind the scenes. Maybe things aren't working out the way you planned, or you feel like you're being pushed to grow in uncomfortable ways. This isn't random. It could be a powerful sign that Allah is preparing you for billionaire rizq. Before Allah gives you something big, He transforms you from within. He removes what no longer serves you, tests your patience, and then builds your strength, your mindset, and your heart. You may not see the wealth yet, but the preparation has already begun. In this video, we'll uncover the 5 clear signs that Allah is shaping you for a future filled with abundant, purposeful rizq. If any of these signs sound familiar, know that you are not being forgotten, you are being chosen. Stay tuned because your journey to billionaire rizq might already be in motion. 1. Sudden discomfort or detachment. 1. Of the first signs that Allah is preparing you for billionaire rizq is an unexpected shift in your surroundings. You may find yourself feeling distant from old friends, disconnected from familiar places, or even disinterested in things that once excited you. This isn't a punishment, it's a redirection. Allah removes you from environments that could limit your growth or delay your blessings. Sometimes, people who are not aligned with your future are gently moved away so they don't block what's written for you. You might also experience a strange sense of loneliness, even when you're surrounded by others. This isolation is part of a divine process. It's in these moments that your soul is being strengthened, your vision is being sharpened, and your heart is being cleansed from attachments that don't serve your higher purpose. Allah wants you to depend on Him alone. This detachment often feels uncomfortable, but it's a sign that elevation is near. You're being separated for preparation. When the time comes to receive billionaire rizq, you'll be positioned exactly where you're meant to be, with the right mindset, the right people, and the right intention to handle wealth with humility and purpose. 2. Increase in tests and delays. When Allah is preparing you for billionaire rizq, life may start testing you in ways you never expected. Doors you thought were meant for you suddenly close. Opportunities get delayed, and progress may feel painfully slow. But this isn't a sign of rejection. It's refinement. Allah uses delays to protect you from rushing into blessings you're not ready to handle. Great wealth requires strong character, deep patience, and spiritual clarity. Without these, money can become a burden rather than a blessing. You might face financial struggles, emotional setbacks, or personal losses that shake your comfort. But through these trials, your inner resilience grows. You learn to make wise decisions, stay grounded in faith, and trust Allah's timing even when it makes no sense to your mind. These hardships are not blockages, they're bridges. Allah tests you not to break you, but to build you. Each delay is a lesson in emotional maturity and spiritual discipline. Before giving you the key to massive rizq, He ensures your heart can handle it without falling into pride or waste. So when life feels heavy and progress feels paused, understand, you are not being left behind. You're being groomed for something extraordinary. 3. Unusual barakah in small things. Another powerful sign that Allah is preparing you for billionaire rizq is when you begin to notice extraordinary barakah, blessing, in ordinary things. You might not have a huge income yet, but somehow your money stretches. A small amount feeds your family, covers your needs, and still leaves some behind. Time begins to feel more productive. Tasks you once struggled with now flow smoothly, and ideas that seem small begin to open unexpected doors. This is not coincidence, it's divine management. Allah is showing you what barakah feels like before giving you abundance. He's training your heart to recognize that true wealth is not just about numbers, but about how far Allah allows your efforts to go. Even your skills, words, or actions start impacting people more deeply. You may receive small opportunities that carry big blessings, and things you once overlooked now yield valuable returns. This stage is like a preview. It builds your trust in Allah's ability to multiply your efforts and teaches you gratitude for what you have. Allah wants to see how you handle the little before He pours down the more. So, if you're witnessing this silent expansion, understand your rizq is already being unlocked, quietly but surely. 4. Strong pull toward istighfar and tawakkul. A deep inner shift happens when Allah begins preparing you for billionaire rizq. You feel an unexplainable urge to turn back to Him. Suddenly, you start making sincere istighfar, seeking forgiveness, even for past mistakes you thought were long forgotten. Your heart begins to feel the weight of actions you once ignored, and you crave purification, not just outwardly, but spiritually. This is no ordinary feeling. It's a sign that Allah is softening your heart to make room for bigger blessings. Alongside this, your dependence on people starts to fade. You begin to rely solely on Allah, practicing tawakkul, trust in Allah, even when your circumstances don't change. You stop stressing over outcomes because your focus shifts from what you want to who is in control. This surrender brings you peace, and peace is the perfect soil for rizq to grow. This pull isn't just spiritual, it's strategic. Allah is preparing your soul to handle vast wealth with humility, responsibility, and sincerity. True billionaire rizq is not just financial, it includes inner richness. That kind of abundance can only be sustained when your heart is firmly anchored in istighfar and your steps are guided by full trust in your Rabb. This is when your true elevation begins. 5. Growth in gratitude and discipline. When Allah is preparing you for billionaire rizq, one of the clearest signs is a noticeable growth in your sense of gratitude and self-discipline. You begin to appreciate what you have on a deeper level, not just the big things, but even the smallest daily blessings. You stop comparing your journey to others and start thanking Allah more often, even during difficult times. This shift in perspective isn't accidental, it's spiritual training. Gratitude opens the gates of rizq, and Allah increases blessings for those who are sincerely thankful. At the same time, you start developing discipline in your habits. You become more conscious of your spending, more responsible with your time, and more focused on meaningful goals. Waking up early, avoiding distractions, and making intentional choices becomes easier because your soul is aligning with a higher purpose. You're no longer moved by short-term comfort. You're preparing for long-term responsibility. Wealth without discipline leads to waste. But when Allah sees that you're managing your current resources wisely, He prepares you for more. Billionaire rizq requires a stable heart and a focused mind. This phase of growth is essential. It's where Allah builds the foundation so that when your rizq arrives, you can carry it with integrity and purpose. If these signs are appearing in your life, take them as a beautiful sign that Allah is molding you for something extraordinary. Don't rush the process. Trust it. Billionaire rizq isn't just about wealth. It's about being prepared for a life of purpose, impact, and baraka. If this video touched your heart, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Ineer Deen for more inspiring Islamic reminders. May Allah bless you with pure, abundant rizq that brings you closer to Him. Comment below. Ya Allah, prepare me for the rizq you've written for me with wisdom and grace.